Stream starten. Doen we even kijken of dat we live kunnen. Zijn we live? Zijn we live? Zijn we live? We zijn live. Gaan we even kijken of dat we... Oké, dit is even een testopname. Oké, dit is even een testopname. Even de muziek iets zachter. Oké, dit is even een testopname. Even de muziek iets zachter. Oké, dit is even een testopname. Even de muziek iets zachter. Oké, dus even een test. 1, 2, 3. Oké, dus even een test. 1, 2, 3. Oké, dus even een test. Oké, nu staat de muziek even iets harder. Kijken of dit goed is. Oké, nu staat de muziek even iets harder. Kijken of dit goed is. Oké, nu staat de muziek even... Test. Even kijken van, oké. Ja, dit is wel relaxed voor mij. Even kijken hoe het nu zit. Ja, dit is wel relaxed voor mij. Even kijken hoe het nu zit. Ja, dit is wel relaxed. Oké. Oké. So we're live again. Okay. Okay, so we're live. You can put the... Okay. And we're running. We are live. If I'm correct. Live. If I'm correct. Okay, nice. Everything is working again. Sounds good. Let's see if we can put on a poll. Okay. Okay, so we are live, yes sir. Analytics, current view, chat rate, let's go. Everything is set up. Let's check, sending it to... Antoine. Okay, we're live and we're on. Welcome. Nice. So we're gonna put a link in the Discord real quick. Nice. Okay. Cool. Let's put the live stream in the live stream section. Let's see if any people join. I'm gonna make my analysis. haven't traded Nasdaq in a long time though, so let's see. I really gotta get used to the streams again. I haven't streamed in 2 months, I think. So sound good? Everything good? I think so. So itchy nose. Okay. Put something in here. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any? Cool. Do we still have the poll on, like for the music? Hold up. Okay, cool. We still do, I believe. Welcome to the stream though. Welcome to the stream. I don't know who is watching. Let's see. One more thing to change, and then we're gonna. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's see if we can. Oh, we don't have any data of like 4 hours back in time. I know if Nasdaq has though, or TradingView has. It does. Okay. Maybe we can get anything out of this. Assuming it's this, yeah. So to this load, something in between this. Okay, I think it's a little different here. Yeah, it's looking a little different. Okay, cool. We'll just leave training view for what it is. Okay, training view it is. We don't have any further information, so we are gonna work a little more locally to get an entry or whatever. Let's see. So 4. Yo, Yasin. How are you doing? Trade yourself? Doing great, nice. Good man, good to hear. Welcome to the stream. I haven't been streaming for a while, so I don't know who's gonna join or if the old squad is still alive. But like some people online in Discord, so maybe that they will join. NQO is nice. And what strategy do you trade? Do you know cotton science? I'm gonna focus on my analysis for a moment. I haven't made an analysis yet on Nasdaq, so I'm very curious to see what's gonna bring us. I see some raising in here, some raising in here. So we're gonna have some form of resistance. You have daily, so this backside is already. So we have this. That's already tested. So we got over there. Yeah, I'm on Discord. Take your time. Thank you. I'm gonna work from the top down first to this point. I haven't been on Nasdaq for a long time, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I should trust this. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna make a good analysis and then let's see if we can find any levels today. It's also good to speak. It's always good to speak to people that are trading as well. Giving motivation, helping each other, of course. So 4 in time, lower in time frame, 4 hours already tested. So we're going forward in time. From most, we don't have 1. I believe I had this level on a little while back. Most forwards 15. So get 15, we got right here, right? Well, yo bro, welcome. We're back streaming, bro. Like for today though, I didn't have time to edit tonight. I've got some other stuff to do, so I was like, let's stream for today, and then just is what it is. Working on not chasing entries, so I'm just gonna make an overview of the market, what I think the market's most likely to do, what it's probably gonna do, and then see if we can get any entries. I missed too many entries on those coins, so I was like, let's start the stream again, bro. Let's start doing Nasdaq again today. So gonna look a little more locally though. So we're getting quite a run up, right? So let's follow with daily, yeah. That's 4. Okay, so we're basically leaving it kind of here. So this. So what I was telling you, you saw some raising in here, you see some raising in here. So you gotta have some sort of resistance or levels in here. We gotta have some levels in here. Like we tested this perfectly. We got this. Got taken out already, so oh geez, what it made 24. Oh geez, what made it pull back? Okay, you're trading cotton science? A little confused. Okay, so if this just gonna take a look at this. It is marked open in an hour, I believe, right? So we are basically in here somewhere. Backside and test it. So I like how this looks for a possible entry somewhere. So for marked open, right? So let's take a look in here. It's gonna be daily low, the daily low. See, this is actually what I kind of like. Is the sound good, by the way? Like the music, the volume of the mic? Well. Okay, so let's see if I can catch marked open today. Audio all good. Nice. Okay, but the only problem with this is you indicate you want to go short. So internally we're moving long. So we're just gonna keep on following the ladder with the general idea if we can move back down here over a little bit longer period of time. So moved all the way up here. Some sort of longer term trade down here. But for now we're just gonna follow the ladder. I'm gonna mark this so I know in between. Okay, let's mark this. In between this like little range there will be some sort of level for a knife catch. And then we're gonna see if we can follow the hourly. I remember that I always looked at the hourly for like the indication of a direction. And until we hit some sort of break on the bottom side, we're basically moving, like keep on moving long. So if you broke backside and we're testing back front side. So let's say this is my range. Let's take a deeper look in this, and we don't really have any resistance until the point up here. Like we got a range up here somewhere. So we got it in here. So let's look at our target first. So we got a 4-hour level that is untested. So moving forward from there. So you see 4-hour ladder down, and then we range below. That's back front side basically. So this would be a nice target just in general to take it there. But if this is the 4, this is the 1 is tested. So we're down here somewhere, possibly 50-minute level, frontside level, like this exactly. This could be a nice target to take it to, or we just take the pointless polarity right here. So it's basically 2 choices and maybe a trigger point of some sort. So let's see what we can do. So I think we still have a 4-hour level down here, right? And we're gonna protect this break if this cannot close in 1.5 hours accumulative. So keeping this in mind, I'll change to this. So we're taking a look at what the movement is doing up here. That's our general target. Marked open can give us a move down to catch some level, but it won't be all the way down here, I think, unless we hit this within an hour or so. And we didn't close the 4 yet. But then we still have some resistance in here, right? Unless you break this, then you have the possibility of moving down, I think. So I only want to look forward in time here. So let's say we're laddering forward. What are we hitting on this side? Are we just hitting some sort of form of polarity? Okay. Looks like this held the move up and then moved straight to, and now it's testing back, like basically a little bit of a final hold-ish. Don't like this music. Some form of past polarity. We're breaking above this, so, and this is only hourly. So what I think is you're holding some sort of polarity, and we can just focus on laddering the move up. And looking at this, it looks like you're nicely following 15. Exactly. So let's take a look at this. I want to take a look at in between this. Okay, we gotta discuss by the way about this account. I just bought a new combine, and this is a combine that we could save. I'm more so trading private capital now, like I said. So we gotta decide what we're gonna do, right? We wanna have at least 3 days. Let's say 4 days. What can we lose? 2k, so we can have $500 a day of risk. So I'm gonna put in $500 of personal daily risk. Maybe we can make it a little bit more and then have like a small tiny buffer, so $600. But then we have to really focus on the right trades. So we're going for 3 days. Daily profit target. What do we need? 2k. Target is 2k, I believe. So we can focus on 1k, but it's like 50% of what we need. So just do nothing, by the way. So I'm gonna lock this in. Risk per trade. Ooh, what is the what's the risk? Hold on. Well, we can do this with this. So hold on, review market sell. What's gonna be $100 of risk? Just wanna know how much $100 is. 0.21. So okay. On 1 micro, of course. 1 micro is, let's say, 0.20. So let's say we get a position on a 50-minute level, right? So and we want to keep the stop below this or below this even. If you take this 50-minute on the wick, 25%. So that's $100 on 1 micro, a little over. Should be at $125. So you can basically risk 250 per trade. That's a little less than half. So I think 250 as a general target is quite nice. We can take 2 micros on a like lower risk position, and if you get like a little wider stop, we just take 1 micro. That's all. We want to shoot for a 1, 2, 3 in like in general. That's 750, right? That's not a must, but it's a general target, so that's what we're gonna focus on. Okay, it actually looked like we hit this 50-minute, but we're just gonna, well, like 50-minute is basically like going really nice. So we can move a little lower in this if you have. I don't know what we hit on the other side, so we can basically mirror it 9 out of 10 times. I think Nasdaq feels a little lower. 30? Not even. But how are y'all doing? How's your guys' day? Oh, some people. Hello, nice to see you. Yo, Martin. Nice, you were from. Oh man, we gotta do this again. You were from. Bro. Am I right if I say like your country did look like the Netherlands? That was you, right? I remember. Yeah, I'm back streaming just for today though. Maybe I'll stream a little. Oh, we didn't reach this, right? Maybe we'll be back streaming a little more, but yeah, like welcome, bro. It's been a long time. 2 months, I believe. So welcome. Okay, so if you have this 1 hour and it's gonna protect this, and you wanna take 15 wick, we've hit this already, but you can hit something in here as well. So very weird range for golds. Is it? I was looking a little the same like Nasdaq, but I'm taking the NQ today. Hold on, what did I... Hold on, what was I doing? Micros. Very weird range for gold. Yeah, bro. Sometimes the market is so. You were on. Where are you on micro gold? Hold on. Am I tripping? Hold on, bro. What? I've been trading on gold. I thought I was on Nasdaq for real. Like, bro. My brain, like. I'm such a mindfuck right now. Bro, I've been trading gold this whole time. You kidding me? Wow, man. Okay, yeah. Well, okay. Interesting. I guess I'm... Bro, what's going on? Like... What's my brain doing, bro? This is unreal. This is actually unreal. Wow. Wow, bro. Like, I'm so confused at this point. Okay, we're gonna trade NQ. I was on gold the whole time, bruh. That's crazy. Yeah, and yes, welcome Antoine, you're here as well. NQ just went crazy. And I missed it probably. So, you're on gold the whole time, I didn't realize, bro. What? Like, that's crazy. So I was trading on gold the whole time, or like looking at gold the whole time. Wow. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding? How? Like for real. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this ranging. This looks ugly, bro. This looks better. So we go there, but we're already past that point, so we're gonna take a look at this. You got some sort of a range in here, might possibly a little bit higher. 550 ticks in 1 minute. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Okay, it's funny. Trump tweet. Oh, for real? What did he tweet? You can send in the Discord maybe. Hold on. 45 minutes or so. Okay, Mattis will join as well later. But bro, what happened? But how are we all doing? Antoine is back. I don't know if you were at work or working at home, but oh, you're on you're at work. Okay, cool. Wow. So do you have some sort of 4-hour level? Yeah. Going for the break. That's cool. So the combination and then the backside. Or the break, my bad. What are we doing? So we need 1 hour. So it's our next trade is gonna be in this range down here. It's gonna be in this. So we're laddering up, and what are we doing, bruh? So we gotta be up here. So backside, we just tested the backside, then we got the wick possibly. So let's work this out. Got a long wick, bro. Hold on. This is kind of interesting though. I believe we can basically just take this, right? So hold on, we got 15 minutes. So 15 minutes on the wick forwards and time you get down here, and that's possible. So this is kind of possible, and then we got, but this tested basically. So you're down here. Is it 1 minute? So you got 1 minute a little lower here, that's all tested. So, but now I don't know. Now I don't know how much I can take. Hold on, I'm gonna test it on this, possibly miss it. Let's say we do a market sell, right? And we put in the risk $100. What's $100? Let's say 21% as well. Okay, cool. Okay, so I missed it basically. Ah, that's so unfortunate, bro. So $21, so we could have taken 2 micros on this. Relax, bro. There will be more trades coming today. Did you see the pool? I would have taken an entry on it and be break even immediately. Like if you get the pool, the orders are getting pulled. And on Nasdaq, that's always how I trade. I looked for the levels, waited for the pool, waited for the level to close. So I wouldn't be break even yet. I would like let it play out for 1 more minute. So maybe we can still get an entry. So we are on 75. So let's say a tick front run. So let's buy 2. Okay, and if it pulls, if it closes, I'm done. Like I'm not taking it. I know we have a stop loss of like $200. Okay, see, so now we're pulling. Ah, this is unfortunate, man. But it is what it... What the fuck is lo-fi beats? Lo-fi beats more like instrumental, low, like chill. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Hold on, I will show you a lo-fi, bro. 15 seconds left. Okay, maybe we get filled still. Or we're gonna break straight through, but that's all good. Lo-fi, low. Lo-fi non-copyright music. Okay, so now you wanna see it gain instantly. So 3 minutes, we basically missed our entry. This sucks, man. Like, see the 3 minute leap level? This is exactly what I wanted to take. But this is like what triggers me a lot is these things. And I should just listen to myself. And I should just know that my analysis is right. I don't have to chase the market. I don't have to chase the order. I don't have to chase. It's like more trades coming. My analysis is on point, as you can see. So, and then I would have been almost out at this point. So if it's still breaking through the level, that's totally fine. It would have been out break even. Okay, so it would have been out break even anyway. Lo-fi non-copyrighted. Yeah, I have to do something non-copyrighted. Hold on. Isn't the music like way too loud? Hold on, I'm gonna... Okay, this is non-copyrighted. This is lo-fi. Hold on. You know, it's like the relaxed Lo-fi. Okay, might be hitting it again. Possibly reversed, can also be. Okay, this is a reverse, so you technically could hold this as well. So that's why you hit and then move through. So what we can do is wait for it to gain a 15-minute level and then get in on it. But I think this looks more short, so we possibly break this this low as well. Like this looks very much as a sell off to me. So if we, let's say, can go for the break and it's marked open, you possibly like moving up, hitting something and then move down. So that's what we're gonna wait for. No stress, didn't really lose anything of course, so it's all good. But I guess we all want NCS, right? So no lo-fi, no lo-fi. Okay, so okay, we got NCS on. Okay, so we're still moving through. This is a point of polarity, of course. So what we can do is go for this level as short once we break this, because this is basically your final level to hold this move. As you can see, you bounced on it, you tried to pull, you couldn't, you're breaking through. So once you hard close this, you can take short on it. We didn't hard close yet. First we have to hard close it on 1 minute. Doesn't have to, but like most of the times you hard close it on 1 minute first, then we go for the 3 minutes. So we just wait. And a trim tweet, bro. What was the trim tweet? Very curious now. The Trump tweet, bro. Hold on, we can see this on Forex Factory maybe. Okay. Volatility now. Trump, Iran's new president, has just asked the USA for a ceasefire. We will consider when Hormuz Strait is open until we are blasting Iran. Okay, cool. Not cool, but I mean, you understand what I mean. I didn't like mean that shit's cool. Okay, but if we break this, where can we like take to? Because this is all tested. Okay, hold on. 1 hour will be strong enough to hold it. You got some, so that will be from this point forward, right? So you got this, and you have the 1 hour over here that's gonna try to hold it for a moment. So we're gonna have this. Hold on, is the 3 minutes already closed? It isn't. We gotta be ready to possibly take short, but I think it will pull back to the polarity of this move. I think it's more likely, but on the other side you can just push this through. That's not a big deal at all. You will just continue to move short. Let's say there's panic and whatever, and like at a big move down. You can, but it's just okay. So let's say we hit 4. We can test back 1, but possibly we move through. Yeah, okay, that's possible. So we didn't hard close 3 minutes yet. 1 hour, 15 is right here. So 15.5, we don't have 5, we don't have 3, we don't have 1, we don't even have 1. So I think we won't really. Okay, we hard closed it, but technically you could take short on this. I'm kind of scared to do so. You tested this back already, so it's possibly going after a little higher polarity before moving down. Doesn't have to. Go send stream, bro. Oh. It's in the section. How do you... Oh, it's hashtag. Yes, live streams. Saska's joining as well, I think. Alex. Welcome, Alex. Okay. You should technically be able to take short on this, but I don't trust my level, you know. That's my biggest problem in this. Missing the voice chat. If you guys trade something together from time to time, hit me up. Lately I got low only trading alone, missing the voice chat. Yeah, bro. We can do something like that. So if you want to join the Discord, links in description. We can do some sort of call. We can do something like a call or meeting more often. Missing the voice chat, yeah, I understand though. Like trading can be lonely, of course. So we could have taken a short on this, and I didn't because I don't trust my levels enough. And the hourly is opening, so I still think you can test back something a little higher. But if you move through this in 42 seconds, you will probably test something else. You will test something like this 15 right here. From this 5 we gaining 3 maybe. I'll be glad I'm in the stream. Yo Alex, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes is yeah. So like what is with polarity, you can take a long on these levels, and then once you break and hard close it, you can take a short on them. Because you're trading polarity, right, and you're going one direction. And since we hit the break on this side, we just could have taken a short on this, but I didn't. Yeah, I could have and been break even or stop above the wick, but I think we can test back something a little higher before moving down. We closed the hourly, so we rather look at a 15, and then I think this right here, see this polarity all through, and then I think this makes more sense. This makes way more sense. But I'm kind of scared. Scared. Oh, bro. Since I'm... Yeah, or we should wait till we gain a 15 to the bottom. But then we have to create a 15... Accumulative. And then move under. Okay, so I know we can take a look at market open. Market open will be in half an hour, right? So, or did we? Yeah. Okay. So. Since we broke the low of this hourly, we're probably gonna move into this range at first. So we got hourly. Hourly got tested already. Okay, hourly got tested already, so this probably won't hold. If you're letting up, you got 15, 15, 15. It's tested as well. So I don't know if you have anything left in here though. 5 minutes. Maybe getting a bounce on this, but possibly gonna try to bounce on it, but I don't think so. Yeah, maybe we can bounce on it to take a small scalp or whatever. But the first step is to gain an hourly. We did. So you want to test back the hourly, but it can also be your hourly break backside when you get through it. So you can do move down. break through, test back, and then continue the move, or even establish a move up some sort. But I think short is at the moment in play here. So he tested 15, yeah. I think this makes quite some sense though. Or some sort of 5-minute polarity from the past. That's literally what we hit, right? So is that what we're hitting right now? Oh yeah, something like this. Didn't hard close, got struggle to get over you, got over you, move through. Now you're able to test this back as polarity. That's not even a bad idea to take this short. So what you see a lot is you move over some sort of range like this. Yes, you can take short on this, but that's just a scalp. Now you see you test something back in here. You moved over probably towards some level down here or up here, and then move down. And we meet the 15 right here, or the 5 right here, because this 5 didn't get tested either, but you're expecting to break the low here since you're basically short. So I think I wanna go for this level, but I'm scared that we move completely through, but that's why we have a stop loss, right? So if I trust my knowledge a little bit more, and we just like stop above the wick is kind of scary at this point, but we can. Yeah, we should. So this tested through. So you basically you make a very good chance on this, I would say. Hold on. First, you're gonna measure. So 48, 70, 0.08. So that's not even $100. So you can take two micros, maybe even 3. Hold on, I don't think so, but look, I should have taken a short on this, bro. Hold on, Saska, yo, Saska, Alex, my man. How are you doing? I'm not chasing the market. I'm just basically waiting, chilling, looking at my options. Okay, so I'm just waiting, just checking my options, leave my options open. I don't think this is gonna hold, but we'll just leave the level on those. Great, bro. Searching now also for possible entry, though wonder how far we gonna go down. Yeah, same, bro. I think we can move down quite a lot. I was looking at a long from this level up here, but it's basically already tested, and on this the open level that you have. So I think a little lower even, possibly something all the way down here. But you got that's quite a distance to go, yeah. It's possibly like creating a daily front side, basically possible. So what we also can do is check for the back sides in this case. So we tested this already. So we moving forward in time, down time, you all the way get all the way down here, and this is very possible. This is quite possible. Yeah, there's some floats midway, but there's a possibility we go all the way. That's what I'm thinking as well, yeah. Like there's a possibility you go down to somewhere all the way, like somewhere in this daily range, daily area, right? I think this is quite possible. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. I was same. Bruh, same. I was thinking the same. So I'm more so looking at marked open. Like, what are we gonna do though? It's like I can take a long on this, but I didn't. So you had a pull, then you broke through, and then you hard closed and tested back. So we could have taken a short here, but I was too scared, so we didn't. Now we're looking at what are the options now. We can have a market open, move up, like take everyone out of this range, enter here, and then move short. For the rest of the day, we can just be completely. We can even move up to here, bro, but it's a little sweep and then move down. And what you see a lot is that you can get in on some level like over here, but I think a lot of people will with the move. And then once you have marked open, you will move over, take all these people out, and then move short. We can, so I think it's just gonna be a little bit of a waiting game here. Yeah, bro. But Alex, are you full-time trading now, or what's the like how are you doing? Like how much would it be if you take it to, let's say, this point? That's on 2 lots, $400, something like that. Right? Yeah, 400 something. So if you can catch the move and then have a runner. Let's say 4 up here and then you have 1 over here. You should be looking at something like this. Yeah, so it's like you will move into this range here. This is kind of clean even. So yeah, full-time trading. Have also some business with my team, so we're working all together. Nice, bro. But yeah, trading can be a little lonely, right? Ooh, I didn't see this. Of course, bro. Bro, I'm thinking now, like, you needed the 15. And this was your 15, so this was a good option as well to take. Still think you can move over to this point though. I don't think the move's aggressive enough to take this. You you're continuing this ladder, but I'd rather take a little bit higher. Are these wicks, bro? That's crazy. Yeah, trading is a thing. It gets lonely sometimes. 100%, bro. I was struggling as well with trading, and then messed up like completely. I was like, I'm gonna go back to YouTube. I was gonna make videos, shows, and then I'm like, that has threw away all my progress of the last half year, and now I'm gonna build it back up and show you guys, or have a little bit more community, and yeah, bro. So we waiting. This is a nice clean level. It would be great, yeah, bro. We can, like you said in the, I'm not gonna stream every day anymore. Like it has too big of an impact on my trading. I'm making mistakes because people say a lot about the market and it's gonna do this and it's gonna do that. So I'm missing opportunities. And I'm like, okay, today I can stream because I don't have time tonight to edit to make a video about today. So I'll stream now, and then you're just uploading tomorrow. But what you said, we can make some sort of meeting in the week with some people. That would be nice. Because trading can be a little lonely. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. If you guys trade or something together from time to time, hit me up. We will. Yeah, we can just do regular meeting session. Yeah, we can like add some sort of planner, whatever, and then oh, that might be a very good idea, bro. Thank you. Like, 4 is all. We can just do some sort of planning, and then we will just do some regular meetings. Yeah, it's not even a bad plan, bro. Let's chill. That's a good plan, actually. So what I'm scared of still is that we move up into this range, or like we're testing this back, or you get all the way up, oh, somewhere over here. And nah, that's not. I think this is possible though, but it's like I want to hit this first. Let's see. No, I'm so scared of my first trade in a long time on the Nasdaq. In a long time, a few weeks ago, but like on stream, gotta perform. It's so gonna get filled every at the moment. So what we are gonna do is wait for the 5 minute to close. It's 5 minute polarity, so you can hit it again. I think we're gonna wait like at least 5 minutes, but possibly 10 minutes before even closing it in break even. Like Nasdaq, I do trade it with setting things break even, but like Bitcoin and stuff, I liquidation trade. You can take a look at my Doge. So would have been perfect, bro. Can we gain an hourly already? Oh, we did already. Bro, I'm missing all my trades, bro. Hold on. I'm missing all the trades. So I missed this tonight because I was sleeping, of course. And now we're missing this. I missed out on this one yesterday. Missed out on this one yesterday. Missed out on this one. It's all my own fault. I'm just stressing way too much. So yeah. Like they don't want to give it to me, bro. They don't want to give it to me. Like, bruh. Like what? Like what in the world? They don't wanna. I'm just not allowed to trade, bro. Like to get a good trade. I'm just not allowed to. Like, the fuck is this, bro? Look at this. Oh, that's 0.00%. Like, who like, you don't make this shit up. It's like, it can still hit, of course, but it's that's nice. And you gotta be like, stay chill. You gotta stay chill and just relax. Just it's possible to hit again. Just relax. Just relax. The only thing that stressed me out is that when you have this pool so close before the level, it's more likely to fail. I don't know what exactly is the reason behind it, but you basically spool the orders too soon, and it's some sort of sign of weakness or whatever. So I'm scared that we are gonna move to this point, but yeah, it's literally immeasurable, bro. Okay. And if you move through to this, that's very possible, and then like pull under, that's also possible. It sounds crazy, but it's oh, this is 250, bro. There's literally no risk at all, basically. This is zero risk, bro. Bro, this thing is zero risk, basically. Okay, so It's not marked open yet. I think marked open will push it down, or what we can do is like take this out, chill here for a few minutes, and then close with marked open, and we just move down. Or am I an hour too early? I haven't been trading stocks in a while, bro. What? It's possible. Hold on. Hold on. What time is any market open? Okay, it is 15:30. Okay, cool. I just want to say, like, then it's possible that we just move slowly through in 12 minutes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then it is possible that we move through slowly to this level, and then at marked open we close it, and we move down in a good, like in a crazy way. Or you move into something up here. This would be crazy, bro. If you can get some sort of level up here, bro. This would be insane, though. You don't regularly see something like this. Or I just didn't trade Nasdaq for a long time enough. Yeah, or marked open will just like give a little more power on the move. Imagine we get to this point. We only need 1k though. A little bit over. Let's say 1k 27, so good. So something like this. In 12 minutes, bro. So the goal now is to gain 3 minutes. At least. I kind of want to take another entry on this if it gets stopped out. Since like the risk is so low that when you just take an entry short here, you can basically take 3 micros and not even worry about losing too much. So limit sell 3. Why am I doing this? I think, yeah, is it worth to? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're trying to reverse it again. That would be very cool. Okay, cool. You gotta keep in mind that we have some levels down here though. This is 15 strength, right? So we gotta be careful with the 5 minutes holding. But the hourly is like going to sign short. Yeah. It's kind of scary, this. I think it's kind of a hard decision. Though we're just gonna see it with marked open, how everything reacts and whatever. I am giving this a chance of possibly holding. Like a very small chance, but it's possible. It's kind of possible. But like with marked open, how marked open used to be, I haven't been trading Nasdaq marked open. I've been trading gold since February, January, half January. I've been trading gold and then stopped trading Nasdaq. And now I haven't even traded stocks or whatever the past few weeks, months even. Now weeks. It's March. It's April. It's April today. Okay, so March. Yeah, March. Okay, so April, bro. April. I haven't. What on my brain? I've been trading. on though. Need to gain this. It would be beautiful. Okay, yeah, I've been trading stocks for some weeks, so I don't know how market opens are these days. But usually when market open happens, when you're at some sort of level like this, you will just like choose one side, rip down. When you have something like just a normal ranging, you will have something like this on market open, exactly what you're doing right now. So you just sweep out one side and then you continue to move. So yeah. I want to see this close. It's 15 minute strength, right? So you want to gain a 5 minute, not a 15. And then you want to gain an hourly. And that's basically this low right here. So yeah, and then you can pass this, you break your ladder, you're basically moving down. So I don't really give this a chance of holding. This is all tested through basically. You can test something like this. Some sort of polarity. I'm ready. Okay, so Metis is ready. We can take trade with Metis. You have also something like this. It's basically tested. If you cannot gain a 15 right here, because this gaining of this 15 is a 5 minute hold, which can offset this. So this needs to close, so you can test this again without breaking it. Basically. Call Trump. Metis is ready, guys. Call Trump. Yeah, for real, bro. Call Trump. We can get on a call with Metis. We will call Metis. Hold on. Metis. Let's call Metis. Yo.
Yo.
Yo, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing great. So,
Trading already?
yeah, I'm in a trade at the moment.
Really? Gold or Nasdaq?
Nasdaq.
Oh, cool.
So, Nasdaq for today.
Yeah.
You haven't looked at the market yet?
Yeah, I'm charting right now.
Okay, cool. You been to the gym this morning?
Yeah.
Nice.
You as well, or?
No. The gas prices. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. You have to stay at home.
Well, I have to stay at home. Make money first.
Yeah.
Like for the people who don't know, it's like €2 and 50 cents or €2 and 70 cents per liter. Like.
Yeah, I think it's all around the world that crazy. But what is even more crazy is that we aren't in a deficit as a country or something like that. Like only 30% of our oil comes from that region, and it's just mainly coming from Norway and from America. And most of our oil, all our oil stocks are just piling out. And yeah, there are boats there are boats everywhere full with oil, but we pay the price, and Shell is making a profit.
Yeah, bro. It's like how much is it per gallon? Like two. What is a gallon? How much is a gallon?
It's I think 1.5 liters, something like that. Nee, meer is het trouwens. Want
I think 3.5, right? Yeah, 3.7.
Yeah,
3.7, 3.8. So 3.8.
Okay, let's see. I want to get in a long on Nasdaq.
I want to get in a long. I'm in short.
You're in the short.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll first wait for market up. I'll grab a drink real quick.
Okay, sure. So $2.70 X 3.8. That's $10.26 per gallon. Like if you calculate it through. That's crazy, bro. So as long as we don't break this, I'm basically good. But that's interesting. Matt is going for a short. Or for a long. I'm in a short. Oh, yeah, but Matt's focus on the scalps, of course. So. Yeah. Rejected the like gaining 15, so also understandable. You got 15-minute down here, so maybe this is even what you hold, bro. This looks so nice, bro. Still. For a short or something like that. It's marked open, can sweep, of course, so. Thank you, Trump, for fucking up the the market like this. You still pull under. That would be great. So marked open in about 10 seconds. So I'm gonna put one more short on this, but I wanna make it two though, because you can be above the wick. Okay, it's marked open. If you can push short, that would be great. Like, that's what I was saying. You will get to a point like this, and then at marked open you will just move because you had your sweep already. But it's also possible it's not gonna move though. We wanna gain the break. Got a few positions, right? So that's $600 for the day. We can just do what we think is good. Like, this looks like something to me that we can still hold or test on, but I don't wanna. We just gotta keep an eye on it, so. Bro, we relaxing. We just chilling. But I'm just scared of this level. I'm scared of this level. Scared of this 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick as well. We'll send Mats a message. Something to drink as well, real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Wait, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. It's not looking good for me though. Oh, his feet like really low. Yeah. Where are you looking to take it to? If you if you would have gone long on a low.
The final target is, I think, somewhere in the 24,800, 24,900 range.
Mm. Okay.
But yeah, I don't think. I would probably take it somewhere to like the hourly at 24,600, something like that. That's like the maximum I think it can go for the day.
Okay.
Where were you in the short?
On polarity on 24.085. 5 minutes. That's basically a 5 minute backside that you couldn't get through. And then you came back on it, moved through. And I want to take it from the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see if this thing will pull back.
Well, I have a short on it, but I'm front run like on one tick, so I don't know if it is able to though.
You're full. Okay, yeah. That one. On the wake.
Yeah.
It's also in combination with something low time frame maybe.
It's like one tick. Yeah. I don't know. I had a few ideas for a short, but
Is it hitting right now? Is it a 1 minute polarity? No, 30 seconds or something like that. Not even.
bro, I love this market. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really even know what it is hitting.
Yeah.
Before I do that, let's quickly set up my contract calculator.
Well, I literally took put an entry on 63.50 and then it pulls at 63.25. 2-minute origin at 24.223. Offset 50-minute hold. That's holding this point at that level. 3-minute origin. What you mean, Alex? Just point at that level. 24.223. Hold on. Oh, I'm in.
I don't think there's really that much left to hold it down.
No, I don't think Sweden. This is your last.
The thing is, like, this wick down is so aggressive. I don't really think there are that much. There's that much volume in traded in this, so I don't think there are really a lot of big positions opened in that.
No, I think maybe you're right. I think the only thing that you really.
There aren't also any levels even left on the lower time frame. Like,
No.
of course you can trade the reverse and the polarity, stuff like that, but then you will still see some very low time frame, like 30 seconds, 50 seconds that you wanna have as an yeah, as a hold level too, because that's where the orders will flow in.
Mm-hmm. I think this is like your only chance, right? To hold it down. Otherwise, you're gonna move over.
I don't think it will hold down at all.
Okay.
What is it holding now? 50-minute polarity, so that's +1 to the bottom. Yeah. I don't think this will even give some pullback or something like that. I don't think.
I think we might explode up, is Alex saying.
Yeah, I will. Let's see. I'm hoping to get it along to take it to 24,600. How is ES looking? Let's take a look at that.
What are you looking at 600?
It's the hourly body, last thing that's really fantastic. ES.
Oh yeah. Hold on, hourly body, right here. Okay, it's 600 literally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's look like, yeah, okay. Why wouldn't you go for the wig? Like for the reverse this wig?
I think that's target, that's +1 to the bottom.
Okay, maybe hourly makes sense if you look at the 4 hours as well though. It's 15-minute range.
Hourly red and in combo. Okay, 15 and a 5. Where's the 15? You don't have a 15. 15 red in combo with a 5. Okay. To break as high as 3R.
Okay. I'm doing it again, bro.
Sorry?
I'm doing it again.
What?
Yeah, being in a short and then closing it, opening a long on that polarity because I think maybe I'm just wrong because I didn't trade for too long on the Nasdaq.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out for daily loss now. Well, if I just would have let it run, then no problem.
Sorry, I don't understand. What are you doing?
Oh no, I took my last position on a short on the polarity at 164, and then Alex said it might explode up. You agreed, and then I was like, okay, maybe I'm just wrong, and then we moved over the polarity on the 5. We closed, and I was like, okay, so then we're gonna, if we move long, I'm gonna test it back on the 5-minute polarity, and then we're gonna move up. So I closed my position for a long at the place where I got in short, and I got liquidated to move down.
I'll take a look at where you...
Yeah. But yeah, that's my mistake. But that's why I stopped streaming. I'm just too
impulsive.
Yeah, too much feeling for what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
Like same with trading crypto. It's just like if I would have taken all the levels that I put on my chart and then just leave it, then I would have made so much money. But then I'm like starting to doubt my positions or my entries, and I'm like, might not, and I end up not taking them, or I end up closing them because I think, oh yeah, the move will fail, or I put it break even, but because I'm scared to lose. So, well, with my technicals is nothing wrong. So it's really emotion and impulsive decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically that's of course the biggest thing to counter.
Yeah.
Like you can learn how to trade in like a week, but
Yeah.
the thing is to counter your emotions.
Yeah, Alex saying your entry was the last 2 holds. If it were to break, we would explode up, but it held nicely. Yeah, and the reason why I want to take short, what I really experienced a lot with Nasdaq, or I did when I was trading Nasdaq a lot, was that once you get to a certain point where like everything is tested back, and you hit the break internally short on the hourly, then you want to make an internal move short. So it doesn't even mean you're moving down all the way to right here, but you just want to make an internal move down to some sort of level in here, or in here that might want to hold the move up and then break the high. So that's why I was looking at shorts, and you could see at market open that you try to move short here and then move short there and move short here, but you failed because you rejected a few times, and then you moved up for your final holds, and that's why I had a short over here, and a short over here, and that's it. It was one of these 3 in my opinion. So yeah, sucks, but like shit, like Martin is saying, shit happens anyway. Just can't give up. Yeah, and tomorrow will be another day, right? It was just before you make decision based on someone's opinion, ask before why. I would myself say that you should still hold your short, but you're aware of failing. Yeah. Okay, so new lesson today. Shit happens. Yeah, of course. it is what it is. And tomorrow's a new day, so. Yeah, it is what it is. So you can close this, open, trading view. Yeah. I'm waiting for an entry on these levels. So wick through the polarity, move up. But yeah. But are you trading with this, or are you in a trade?
Not really right now. I was in a trade on the, what was it? It was the 5-minute frontside to offset this polarity, but I got out break even. So that's it right now.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna get some coffee downstairs. Time for a break.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. I got
You now trading on? You only have one prop firm account, right? Right now.
yeah, 2. But I traded on 1, so I can still trade. But
so you're doing one entry on the one account, other entry on the other account.
yeah, so I was just want to catch Mark token. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna get some something to drink. I'll be right back. Just gonna get a little break. Might take a little while.
Yes.
Okay.
See you.
Yo.
Okay, since there's nobody on the stream, I'll have to take it from here. I think we're going into a bit of a range for today, so I'm waiting. It's basically going from polarity to polarity. So it's now hitting a 3-minute reverse, basically. Or is it? Yeah, I can't really see. It's a 3 or a 5, so it's or in a Pandora's box or it's offsetting the top. And let's see, I don't think I'll be trading this. This is the low of the day. Sometimes I also take a look at some other charts, like for example ES. As you can see on ES, you see that um, when on NQ you hit polarity, on ES you just created a newer higher high. Or wasn't it? Yeah, this was okay. It's cool. Um,
I'm back. Hola. Yeah, I'm calling it a day with trading, I think.
yeah, it's a bit of a boring range, so I
Yeah.
think it has to
I
stay
think
here for a few.
I'll watch the video you send in Discord.
Yeah, it's cool. You can also watch it on stream. I don't know how it's with copyright, but I think it's pretty interesting for the rest of the stream.
Yeah.
How to handle that.
I'm watching it on the stream. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the music.
Frustrating P&L killer, FOMO. Hi, Mike Bellafiore, co-founder of S&B Capital, and we're a proprietary trading firm located in Midtown Manhattan. And I'm also the author of the Trading Classic One Good Trade and the Playbook. In this video, Dr. Steenbarger, our trading coach at
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I'm watching it on stream.
our firm and trading coach for top hedge funds and institutional traders, teaches how to handle FOMO. Dr. Steenbarger presents at our prop firm for our prop traders actionable ideas to mitigate this P&L killer with one's trading. Let's get to work on sharing these important trading lessons from our prop desk in New York City so you can grow your trading account.
So we're going to be talking today about FOMO, the fear of missing out on trades, and we're going to be specifically talking about 3 strategies for overcoming FOMO. So I'm going to be approaching this topic as a psychologist, and you can see my academic affiliation there, and there's my blog site, Trader Feed. So, we often hear common sense advice about how to deal with FOMO, take a break or take a deep breath or whatever. No, no. We're going to look at this psychologically and talk about specific evidence-based psychological strategies for overcoming FOMO. What does evidence-based mean? It means it's based in the outcome research in psychology. And that's why I teach at the medical school, our evidence-based strategies for changing our behavior. So we're going to be applying it to the trading situation. Any questions, any comments you have, any smackdowns? It's all good. Yeah, feel free. Okay, so let's get into it. Now here's the big idea. What does FOMO stand for? Fear of missing out, fear of missing on opportunities. The key word is fear. FOMO is an anxiety. FOMO is a fear. Fear and anxiety occur when we perceive threat. The problem, this is a very important concept, the problem is not that we have missed a potential trading opportunity. The problem is that we perceive that to be a threat to us, to our success, to our future. So once something becomes a threat, we go into stress mode, and literally our brains respond with what's known as a fight or flight response. We're priming ourselves for action. How do we do that? The blood flow, if we were in a functional magnetic resonance imaging machine, we would see the blood flow in the brain go from the frontal cortex to the motor areas of the brain, priming us for action because we're perceiving an emergency, right? Now, what goes on in the brain's frontal cortex?
Higher level thinking?
Higher level thinking, judging, planning, all the things we're supposed to be doing when we're trading well. The blood is flowing away from those regions of the brain into the action areas. So as long as we perceive threat, we're going to be shifting our blood flow to a more impulsive, action-oriented mode rather than focusing our mind. Okay? The key to overcoming fear is taking the threat out of the situation. We're always going to miss opportunities. Where have some of the biggest opportunities been recently in financial markets?
Crypto?
Yeah, in crypto. Some big opportunities in certain commodities. European power. I work with some teams that trade that. Some big moves. Guess what? All of us missed every one of those moves. Why aren't you upset? If you're afraid of missing out, you missed out on some big moves. Okay? You can only trade what you focus on, and none of us has perfect focus. So we want to take the threat out of that, which means we want to normalize that. Rescuing Molly Ruth. Molly Ruth is a cat that we recently adopted, very recently adopted. And she is from Thailand, and she's known as a cow mani, a rather rare cat. But poor Molly Ruth, her owner died, and there was no one available to adopt her, and so she was placed in an animal shelter under not very good conditions. And she had never been in that sort of situation. She's in a cage, unfamiliar environment. She was really traumatized. She was really upset. When we went to see her, she was cowering in the back of her cage. She wouldn't let anyone near her. So we ended up adopting her, and the reason for it was my wife wanted to pick her up. And I said to her, don't do that. She's so fearful. You're going to really scare her. Well, my wife did pick her up because my wife's much smarter than I'll ever be. And so Margie picks up Molly Ruth. And what does Molly Ruth do? She starts purring and purring and purring because in the shelter, no one had been really loving her. So that convinced us, okay, we got to get this cat. But it's been a real chore. We have to create gradual experiences of safety for her. She's in this totally new environment. Everything is potentially threatening. So what we do is, and this is a key psychological idea, we tap into motivations that are stronger than the fear-based motivation. Now, for little Molly Ruth, what motivation? Motivations that are stronger than the fear-based motivation. Now, for little Molly Ruth, what motivation is stronger? The motivation to eat, because she wasn't given very much food in the shelter. And so we took the food, the cat food, and I put the cat food on my fingertips and held it close to her. And she was hungry, and so she goes closer and closer to the fingertips, and she starts licking the fingertips and eating the food, and that gives me a chance to pet her a little bit and do that again and again. And so gradually, we create experiences of safety.
So to be clear for the people that are watching now, this is about trading, but it's just using an example of his cat and how to create an environment of safety.
Experiences where she sees that the fear it's not really scary. It's not really a threat. We're taking the threat out of it. But we're tapping into a motivation that's stronger than the fear. She wanted the food more than she wanted to avoid us. Okay? So let's look at how that psychological principle can apply to FOMO. Okay, so the question is, what motivation is greater than P&L? Obviously, we're motivated to make money. That's a big purpose of trading. But if P&L is the measure of our value, of our worth, then anytime we lose P&L, anytime we go into drawdown, we're going to feel worse about ourselves. So that allows it to be a threat. We have to find a motivation that's greater than P&L. For successful traders, the motivation that's greater than P&L is the desire to learn and grow. The people who don't last in the business, it's all about making a quick buck. But the people who really become successful as traders, they're always learning, always developing. Some of the successful traders here at SMB, I worked with them when they were much younger. I know how they traded back then. I see how they trade now. They have learned so much. They've developed in so many different ways. And that's going to be true for you as well. And so they keep score with their learning. They keep score with their growth. And they keep longer-term statistics on their trading. You're familiar with the statistics from TraderView. To document that they're getting better. They're trading more size. They're trading with consistency rather than just looking at their absolute returns. Because if they're consistently profitable, they're going to get more and more risk bumps. And that's going to make them successful in P&L terms. So they are measuring themselves on the basis of consistency of profitability, not magnitude of profitability. That learning and growing motivation is not threatened by the fact that we are human. We sometimes lapse in our attention, and we miss an opportunity. Does that change the fact that we're learning and growing? I mean, it's a disappointment if we miss a good opportunity. I've traded since the late 1970s, to give you an idea age-wise. So I've missed a ton of opportunities. But if my goal is to be developing and learning and growing, it's a pothole That's all it is. It's just a bump in the road. It's no longer a threat. So how we judge ourselves, how we grade ourselves, determines what is a threat and what is expectable. I love that quote. The secret to permanently breaking any bad habit is to love something more than the habit. Okay? There was a time in my life when I had some not very good habits. And I was not real happy with my life situation, and I was more than the...
The secret to permanently breaking any bad habit is to love something greater than the habit. That's something in it. Yeah. Saskia, good video, honestly. Yeah, for real. I think there's some good knowledge in this though. Like, and it makes sense.
Later on in the video, he will also give some practical tips, etc. So how to use this every day when you're trading. So that's even more valuable, I think.
Yeah, this is helpful. To love the development more than the P&L. Yeah, for real. But like if you quickly reflect on the journey of you trading, then you really think, or like you really see the moments where you were the most successful, where once you really focused on the growth of like your knowledge and yourself and the markets instead of growing your account with P&L or money. It's true. So this is a good quote. Is this also why you are like focusing on the psychology so much these days?
It's not because of this video, but this video also shined a new light on it. So yeah, this video was because I've watched them because I started focusing on my psychology, and I think yeah, it's worth kind of a lot. There's a lot of videos, of course, of the internet, but I think this guy, what is he called, Dr. Green or something like that.
Steenbarger.
Yes.
Nice.
That I think he's also a trader and a psychologist, so he gets both things he understands everything from both worlds. So I think it's very valuable to watch him.
Oh, I think I've seen a podcast of him sometime on. Is it possible?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it makes sense. Yeah. But also you need to, like, because it is a fight or flight response, FOMO, you really need to focus on like not on, like you need to attack the roots of it and not the symptoms.
Yeah, exactly. So and you need to learn how to need to learn to see it and to recognize it. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, but also what he's saying about just like the people that are focused on the quick buck are just not going to be successful over time. Maybe they are successful now, but not over time. Like you need to be consistent and focusing on growth instead of making money now. That's
yeah, that's exactly how trading is. So yeah.
And it can be very, very boring, but I think if you bite through it, you will see the results and the fruits of it.
Yeah.
Habit.
Watching, yeah.
Okay. There was a time in my life when I had some not very good habits. And I was not real happy with my life situation, and I was drinking too much. And it was right around that time that I met my wife and we started a family. And did I really want to be impaired for them? I mean, I could fuck up my own life. You know, I certainly was capable of doing that. But I wasn't going to do that for someone I loved, and she had 3 children by a prior marriage. I certainly wasn't going to do that for children. That's not going to happen. So loving something more than the habit, in this case, loving your growth, your development, your future as a professional, that's so much more important than the day-to-day P&L. Okay, so let's go through 3 strategies, again, research-based strategies for overcoming any kind of fear or anxiety. The first strategy is known as exposure therapy. What we're doing in the first step of exposure work is we're training ourselves in relaxation. So we're teaching ourselves visualization, so we visualize something peaceful and relaxing. And while we're visualizing, maybe I'm visualizing myself walking on an empty beach and I'm feeling the sun and the waves are coming at my feet. I'm breathing very deeply and very slowly letting it out, very deeply breathing. And so with the slowed breathing, I'm slowing my body down. Now, remember, the fear response is fight or flight. If I slow my body down, that's the opposite physical response to fight or flight, right? So I'm slowing my body down, and I'm focusing my mind. I'm not getting all frantic. I'm focusing my mind on something very peaceful and relaxing. Okay, that's stage 1. That's step 1 of the exposure work. Step 2 is we create what's known as an anxiety hierarchy. We take scenarios from the least threatening at the bottom, that's number 1, then we go number 2, number 3, all the way up to the most threatening scenario. So like the least threatening might be, you miss an entry on a trade early in the session and you get back in a little bit later. Okay, I mean, it's not a huge threat, but it's a little bit frustrating. Number 2, number 3, number 4, you create different scenarios that would be a little bit more threatening, like a drawdown scenario might be a little more threatening. Or market starts to move and your screen goes dead. And then at the top would be big drawdown scenarios, big threats, big losses. So in the exposure work, you create this hierarchy, and once you have gotten good at the relaxation work, and that takes practice, and typically you'll be doing that for a week or more to get really good at it. So it's important to master that first. Then, instead of visualizing being on the beach and being all relaxed, you are visualizing the first item in your hierarchy, which is a frustrating scenario, something that has a degree of threat, while you're breathing deeply and slowly and keeping your body very still. So think about what you're doing. You are pairing the threatening scenario with the slowed breathing, and you're focusing your mind on that scenario. So you're staying focused and staying calm while you're vividly visualizing a threatening situation. Now, what's going to happen if you do that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 10 times, 20 times? What's going to happen? It becomes automatic. It becomes natural. It's the repetition and the pairing of the repetition. The pairing of the threat with the relaxation response means they become paired in our mind. And so we learn a new connection. And actually, there are changes in blood flow as a result of doing this kind of work.
Like, I think he has, like, they've made or they've tested this, of course, like and scan the blood flow in the brain while doing this. But it's crazy to think that this actually works. Like, you visualize something, you link it to a pre-thought situation with stress and anxiety, and then it becomes natural over time to just to relax in some sort of situation like that when it happens.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
like how your body can develop things and change. That's crazy, man. But that's a good one to try.
This is the #1 psychological treatment for phobias, for PTSD, whenever people have significant anxiety.
Yeah, like you're preparing yourself endlessly. Do you do this as well, Matt? Like, you're really doing this?
Yeah, I'm doing exposure therapy, yes.
But you do that before you start trading?
For my session, I do some breath work, then I'll visualize some relaxing situation I can be in, and then I'll visualize using those same breath work some annoying trading situations, and it works.
Yeah, it's interesting, so interesting. But I think it's something to try. Can you also do this when you're not trading, like, or do you also do this when you're not trading, like end of the day, in the morning, or whatever?
No, not really. Only when I start trading.
Okay. I think when you do this multiple times a day, like what he's saying, repetition is making that it's more natural. I think you like doing it maybe a few more times a day can be helpful as well then.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know really. I use it only right before my session, and I think that already works pretty good.
Okay, good thing to try as well.
Anxieties. Okay? So it takes daily practice, and many times we'll do it more than once a day. But once you create that connection, you've got it for life. It's the repetition that takes the threat out of it. You're literally training mind and body to stay chilled, even in a situation that could be a frustrating situation. Okay, that's exposure work. And by the way, as we go forward in our working together, if these are techniques you would like to use for yourself, I can help walk you through them and adapt them to your particular situation. I'll put food on my fingertips and you can, no. That's a little too kinky, man.
Can you kind of correlate that to like Pavlov's, basically?
It's a very good question, and yes, because it is a behavioral therapy, and you are teaching a stimulus-response connection. You can think of it in Pavlovian terms, and so it is a kind of behavioral training.
It's CBT, right? It's cognitive behavioral.
It is one form of CBT. Now, CBT is cognitive behavioral, and the second techniques we're going to be talking about are purely cognitive techniques. Okay. But the two are joined together, CBT, because both are learning techniques in therapy. Yeah. So yes, if you were looking up exposure therapy, or if you were looking for a book, you might look at a book on CBT, and this would be in the book. But you can Google exposure therapy, and you'll see a ton of things. So in cognitive work, we are not changing our behavior patterns in that Pavlovian way. We are changing our thinking patterns. We're changing how we think about these missed opportunities. The idea being, as we talked about,
without struggle, no progress and no result. Every breaking of habit produces a change in the machine. Yeah. That's how you progress, right? Is changing the mistakes, like seeing your mistakes and changing them. I missed the part, so I want to skip back a little bit.
We are changing our thinking patterns. We're changing how we think about these missed opportunities. The idea being, as we talked about earlier, is that our thinking creates our responses. That if I view missing opportunities as a sign that I'm no good or I'm such a failure, or if I view it as a threat to my development, of course I'm going to react negatively. So the idea of cognitive work is that we can learn new ways of thinking. And we can process in our thinking, so it's not with the body and the relaxation work, it's by reprocessing in our mind, we can take the threat out of the event. Okay? The way that this is traditionally done is by keeping what's called a cognitive journal. And the journal consists of 4 columns on sheets of paper, A, B, C, D. Column 1 is A, the activating event. So that's the specific situation that got you upset. In this case, it would be missing the opportunity, right? B reflects your beliefs about that event. Your beliefs mean your self-talk. Why is this upsetting to you? Well, I'm telling myself it was such a great opportunity. Other people, got the opportunity. I didn't. They're going to get, ahead of me in their development. It means I'm not as good as them. All the negative thoughts going through your mind, that's what you put in column B. Okay, so you're writing out the negative thinking. So you have the activating event, what happened, your self-talk, column B. C, and this is very, very important, are the consequences of the negative thinking. How is it making you feel? How is it affecting your future, your subsequent trading? I'm so bummed out and I'm beating myself up over missing an opportunity, I go ahead and miss the next one, So you are tracking the negative consequences. And some of the negative consequences might be that you're just stressed out, that you're unhappy, you're upset, but all the different negative consequences. And that's where you start the journal, is just with ABC. So that you get very good at recognizing in real time when activating events are activating you, and you're getting really good at identifying your negative beliefs, and you're getting very good at identifying the consequences of those. The idea here is that we change our patterns of thinking, we change our patterns of behavior, often because the consequences become so front and center to us that we just don't want to go back there again. Like, I can't keep doing that to myself. I can't keep beating myself up over missed trades because that's making me worse, it's making me unhappy. So interestingly, and this is something I teach to the students in Syracuse, one of our best motivations to change is hate. Because if we hate our negative patterns, we're going to push them away. We don't want any part of it. If I hate something, I don't want it in my life. Okay? You want to be so aware of the consequences that you hate them. That's what gets people in AA past their alcohol problems. At some point, the consequences build up, and I've lost my job, I've lost my marriage, I've lost my health. I can't do this anymore. I gotta change. This is killing me. So that's what C is all about, and you get better and better and better at identifying the negative beliefs, but also emotionally connecting with the consequences. Column D stands for disputation. Means you're disputing the negative thinking. It's like you talking back at that negative thinking. And as I've written in a couple of my books, one of the favorite ways I have of doing the disputation is just to think about how you would talk to someone else you care about who is in that situation. Okay? So if someone who you're on a team and your teammate misses an opportunity, how would you want to talk to them? If you're mentoring them, if you're a teammate of theirs, how would you want to talk with them? What's that?
You want to pick them up. You don't want to beat them down. You want to pick them up and go to the next one.
Yeah. It is a missed opportunity. You'd hopefully help them learn from it maybe, but you're not going to beat them down. There's more to you than this one trade. You would be encouraging, you would be caring, you would be supportive, you would be constructive. You would help them learn from it. The irony here is that many times we know how to talk with other people in those situations, but we have trouble doing that for ourselves. Column D is all about talking to yourself the way you would talk to a best friend. Talking to yourself, not in, like people talk about positive thinking. If you miss a great opportunity, no, it's not positive. You know, it sucks. But you want to be constructive. The way I put it with the SMB folks is, from everything, you want to take away a learning P&L. Because sometimes we don't take a monetary P&L, we take a loss. But what do you learn from the loss? What has it taught you about the market, about the stock? What has it taught you about how you place your orders, how you size things? There should always be a learning P&L. And so when someone misses an opportunity, you would talk to them about the learning P&L. All right, what can you take away? How can you make sure it doesn't happen again? That's how you want to talk to yourself. That's column D, okay? And imagine doing that every single day. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. You get very good in real time recognizing the negative thinking. You get very good in real time seeing the consequences, like I don't want to go here. And you get very good in real time reframing, talking to yourself more constructively, so that eventually you get to the point where you kind of like slap yourself, oh, there comes that negative thought again, but it doesn't disrupt you. You get really good at putting yourself into
Okay, we got a chat. I would say journaling every trade is goated. Win or loss, write down the things that you did well, I believe. Did well and bad, both TA and MA wise. Oh, that you done well and bad. Yeah, I agree. Like he's saying, there should always be something that you learned from a trade, and or from a loss at least. Yeah, and not beating yourself down for a loss, but talk to yourself like you would talk to someone else. Like you wouldn't beat them down. You would want them to learn, to get better. If you're playing a team sport, that's a good thing to take away. Yeah. So there should always be a P&L, a learning P&L. So you should grow in knowledge, and that's why you should have or when you journal a trade or when you have a loss, there should always be something that you can learn, so you can take out that mistake or that habit, and then you improve over time, right? Honestly, I did journal every trade for more than half a year. Lately I stopped a bit, as I have my strategy statistics already, but I guess I should continue journaling. Well, I think you can always learn from like every single choice that you made, right? I also don't journal every single trade, only the private trading, and then when I lose, I look back at it. But yeah, I think also
The thing is, when you quit some habit, that's something I'll see by myself. When you quit some habit in trading, like when you think, oh, yeah, I'm good enough right now, I'll quit journaling. Oh, I'm good enough right now, I'll quit meditation. Oh, I'm good enough right now, I don't need this, or I don't need this, or I don't need this. That is the start of like
disaster.
the biggest losing streak for that year.
100%.
So,
When you think you got it.
yeah, when you think you got it and you don't have to journal, or you don't have to learn anymore, you don't have to, all those.
Yeah, I always when I get back into losses, then I like come back to, I should study more. I shouldn't stop studying, like for real. I think talking
Yeah, and I
nice
don't
to
think
yourself.
you really need to study like technicals. I think technicals aren't that important, but I think the most important thing to study are the mental psychology stuff like that,
I think
and
you're right.
maybe
Yeah.
something like risk management, what moves the markets, all those good things
Yeah. And
are
then
like.
use this psychology to take out the bad habits and the bad, or like the mistakes you made because of the habits when you're trading.
Something totally different. We're not talking about, but this market is boring as fuck.
This is crazy, right?
I don't know if you're
I'll
still
show it.
watching, but
No, I haven't. I just took a quick look. It is like Monday,
take,
man. Monday was so boring. Like I didn't trade stocks Monday, but like yeah,
let's
you were.
see, Monday. What did I?
I wasn't.
Oh, Monday was still a
I was trading
decent day.
Dogecoin Monday.
Oh, okay.
Like bro, we were in a range for. Oh, that's the video from Monday.
Yeah, I
Monday
saw
night.
it.
Like it's all day in one place and then having big movement. Yeah. But yeah, one more chat. I think talking nice to yourself is only going to get you so far. You need to know where you can improve, not just say nice things and move on with a knowing what. No, that's also not what I'm meaning. What I'm meaning, like what he just said is, like you can get very frustrated about some mistake or missing a move or missing an opportunity, and you can like really get annoyed with yourself. Well, when you want to help someone in a team sport, you're like, okay, yeah, that went wrong, or you missed that opportunity, but you're gonna like think for him and help him with reflecting on it, and you're gonna ask him like how you can improve the next time, what did you do wrong, and to get him better. And why don't you do that for yourself? Like you should do that for yourself as well. And yeah, so not just being
Like
nice for yourself, but helping yourself reflect instead of just saying or just getting annoyed by yourself and then.
there's some Harvard quote. We used it always when I was in the army. It was in Dutch. It was hard op de feiten en zacht op de man.
Okay.
It's something like hard on the
Facts.
on the facts or merits and soft on the person. So yeah, that's something you can also use on yourself. So be hard on the mistakes you make, but not fun.
Like be
You shouldn't be
straightforward.
talking like, oh, I'm such a stupid retard because I made this mistake. Stupid retard, stupid retard. No, you should say, okay, I made this mistake. This mistake is not good. And you shouldn't hate on yourself as a person because you made that mistake. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
To evaluate the things that happened, not the person that did the things, basically.
Yeah. He's saying, or A90, I don't know how we should call you, but A90, yeah, I agree, but that's human nature and that's toxic. You're always going to have higher standards for yourself compared to your friends. Yeah, to some degree, but I think or I'm not explaining it right, or you're not fully understanding it. It's purely about reflecting, and instead of going past the reflection and getting annoyed by yourself, like help yourself reflect on what went wrong to do it better the next time. That's what Matt is saying. Like be straightforward with the facts and hard on yourself with what you did wrong, but then don't like talk yourself down because of it. I think I'm understanding. I'm on your side, guys. I'm just explaining why I think we think that. Why we think that. Okay, then I might be not understanding you, but it's all good. It's all good. We're on the same side then. Just watching a little bit further, and I think then I gotta go. But yeah. Or you want to say something still?
No, I just said let's continue.
Oh, yeah.
A more calm, focused state because you've taken the threat away from the situation. And strategy number 3, Barbara Fredrickson, psychologist, calls it broaden and build. One of the major reasons why we get caught up in P&L is because we don't have enough other positive things going on in our lives. The metaphor I use in this situation is if you are investing.
The man is basically calling my life boring. Like, yeah. What did you say? Like the reason you're not happy. What did you say? Like,
And strategy number 3, Barbara Fredrickson, psychologist, calls it broaden and build. One of the major reasons why we get caught up in P&L is because we don't have enough other positive things going on in our lives.
Okay, that's not totally what he said, but he just said why we're getting caught up with P&L is because we don't have other things to, what do you say, love more?
Why we get caught up in P&L is because we don't have enough other positive things going on in our lives.
No other positive things going on in our life. Yeah. Okay. Positive. I think that kind of has to do with when you're, like what you just said. Like you start studying more, or that's what I said. But you think you got it, and then you study less because you got enough positivity, like in your P&L. And then once the P&L gets drawn down, then you don't have any positivity from the P&L. So you, yeah, like there's no, that's, you're getting caught up with the P&L because there's nothing else as positive in your life going on.
The metaphor I use in this situation is if you are investing your money, you want to be diversified. Some of my money is in fixed income instruments like bonds. Some of my money is invested in our home. Some of it is in stocks. The idea is you are diversified so that if one investment goes down, the others may be going up. It gives you balance. So the question becomes, what is your life portfolio? How balanced are you in your life? If all you're doing is trading, you hear people talk about, oh, I have such a passion for trading. When I hear that, I do interviews, sometimes for people who want to join in. When I hear that, oh, trading is everything to me, I spend all my time. Like, no, dude, get a life, You're going to be vulnerable, and so, yes, trading's important. Yes, developing yourself in a career is important. But relationships are also important. Having personal interests outside of your work, very important. Your physical well-being is very important. Your spiritual well-being. You want to have a diversified life portfolio. So when the trading doesn't go well, you're diversifying your emotional capital. If I have a loss right now in my trading, and I have had losses, I've got 5 kids, 7 grandkids, 4 rescue cats, a wonderful wife, a career that I love. If I lose money on a trade, big effing deal. It's like, it's one piece of my life. And yes, I want to learn from it. And yes, I want to do well. But it's in a perspective. When we put all of our energy and all of our focus on trading, we lose that perspective. So we can do all the psychological exercises in the world, and the exposure work is very helpful, the cognitive work is very helpful, but if we don't broaden and build our life, if we focus only on performance and P&L, we're going to be vulnerable. So the issue is to make trading important, but not all important. And to focus on our growth in trading, not just P&L, and to make sure that we have a P&L from our life's activities. What's our day-to-day P&L in life? Then the ups and downs of our performance will, good and not so good, but they don't rule us, and they certainly are not threats to how we feel about ourselves. Okay, so in conclusion, what gets measured gets improved, Anytime you want to develop something, you want to keep track of it, you want to measure it. That's why the trading statistics are so helpful.
Yeah, Alex, there's your answer. Journal your trades.
But tracking yourself when you have missed opportunities, tracking how you respond to those, you're keeping that learning P&L going. So we want to focus on growth and improvement. We want to evaluate our trading relative to the opportunity set. So for instance, I've had occasions where I get into a trade, it goes my way, I've got some paper profit, and it all reverses. What does that tell me?
It's not going in your direction.
What's that?
It's not going in your direction anymore.
It's not going in my direction anymore, and quite possibly there's not enough volume and volatility to sustain a trending move. I've just learned something about that market or about that stock. That I thought we could go higher, I thought we could take out yesterday's high, let's say if I've been buying, and it reverses against me, and I say to myself, damn, that should have worked. It didn't work. Instead of getting frustrated, it's information that can help set up the next trade. Now, if it reverses violently against my position, maybe I'm going to reverse the trade. If not, if the volume's really low, maybe we're just in a choppy range. And I'm going to adjust my trading for that, to trade reversal patterns. But the idea here is that we're evaluating our trading relative to the opportunity set. In a choppy, slow market, my P&L expectations won't be the same as in a nice, trending breakout market. Okay? And finally, in terms of the learning P&L, what the research tells us is that you don't want to set, how we do the monthly reviews, you don't want to set like 20 goals for improving yourself. That's like what people do at New Year's time, It's like, by January 15th, they can't remember any of them. Just set a few important goals. What did I do well that I want to build upon? What did I do that needs improvement? And I'm going to work those every single day and keep score, keep track, and that's going to make me better each day, each week, each month. So the idea here is to set a few high priority goals and work them hard each week, each month, so that our learning P&L is front and center. And that helps us put our missed opportunities, it helps us put our P&L into a broader perspective. We don't get too excited when we make money, and we don't get too down when we don't make money. A key to all these techniques is the consistency of working them and building new habits of thinking, building new habits of behavior. Questions, comments? Yes?
So one that I wanted to ask, so I know obviously like Bella in some of his books, he talks about like that trader intuition. When it comes to FOMO, do you think that there could be any kind of either like correlation or any kind of relationship at all to sometimes that FOMO that you may experience could also be some kind of trader intuition telling you something?
That's a great question, bro.
If you think that, okay, I'm kind of scared to get into this position, I think it could go in one direction, but you aren't 100% sure, but sometimes you do have that trader intuition. And so I'm kind of wondering if there is some kind of either relationship or correlation to FOMO and that like trader intuition.
It's a very good question, and that scenario is certainly possible. That I have an intuition that this thing could break out, it's getting more volatile, and I'm a little skittish about getting in. A lot of times that's what's known as performance anxiety, and so often the best strategy there is just getting in with very small size initially and building a position if you actually get the breakout. But yes, that could show up like a FOMO. Usually the FOMO occurs when the thing is already broken out and we weren't on board and we're telling ourselves, oh, I should have caught that. And now it's moved up, 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 and after a big move up, I can't stand to see it go up anymore. I lift the offer and, you know, and that top ticks it. So usually that's the FOMO situation. But your broader point that sometimes if we have a fear, there could be an intuition behind it, that's a legitimate point. FOMO will lead, if it's classic FOMO, it leads you to take bad trades. That's how you know FOMO. Yeah?
How would you link the personality traits to FOMO? And what I mean by that is in terms of the big five, and especially with, for example, people, of course, who are high in neuroticism and probably have this problem more than others who don't.
Right, it's a great question, Radu. So the big five, there are 5 dominant personality traits in the psychology research. And the tendency toward negative emotions, which is sometimes called neuroticism. The flip side would be emotional balance. Some people have a very even temperament, not a lot of highs or lows, and some people are quite emotional, and they have a lot of highs, they have a lot of lows, okay. And so someone who has lots of highs or lows certainly could be more affected by FOMO. The thoughts about, you know, missing out and so forth could happen to anyone. But if we're more emotionally reactive, then that could affect us more. There's also a big 5 trait called conscientiousness, which correlates with discipline and being rule-based and consistent. And I think if we had a very high degree of conscientiousness, we'd be less likely to act on FOMO. We may feel the fear of missing a move, but at the end of the day, we're not going to break our rules and go chase a trade just because we think we're missing something. So yes, personality does play into these things. And there's some good personality tests that you can take to learn about your strengths and to learn about your traits. And if any of you are interested in those, I could certainly get you some links. So for instance, on that neuroticism measure, I end up being very low because I don't like drama, like in anything. And so if something starts moving away from me, I'm not going, oh, and then start wanting to chase it. Like, I just hate that drama. Like, that's not what I want to be doing in trading. I want to be understanding what's happening, acting on it, getting out, rinse and repeat. So in that case, I'm less likely to be influenced by the FOMO.
And would you say openness plays a big role in trading as well, or at a much lower level than neuroticism?
Openness to experience is another one of the big 5 personality traits, and it's correlated with creativity. When we are more open to experience. So for instance, my wife and I love to travel around the world. We go to different cities, we go to different restaurants and try different types of food. You know, we love to experiment. Okay. That's openness to experience. Okay? That's correlated with creativity. And so that's very much related to our trading, because if we are very open to experience, guess what? We are very open to new ideas. And if we're open to new ideas, we're going to develop new ways of trading. And we're going to find some unique ways of trading. And so finding new edges in markets and trading in different ways, that's related to openness.
In terms of dealing with the learning P&L, and in the example that you used of when a stock goes in your favor at first by a certain amount and you're in profit, and then ultimately goes completely against you, what is your take on potentially not necessarily being short-minded or like scalping the opportunity, but at least kind of collecting profits along the way if you're one to kind of let that emotional toll of having the entire position reverse against you, being able to at least kind of capture size or capture profit along the way up while you're still in the profit zone, and then ultimately if it does go against you,
It's a great,
at least.
yeah, it's a great practice, and it's something I do try to do. If I identify that it's a lower volume market, a lower volatility market, if it goes my way right away, I'm looking to take at least a piece of the position off to ring the cash register. Now, if it's a really slow day, I might take the whole thing off. I'm going to say, you know, the volume's not there. Trees don't go to the sky. You know, make it, take it.
Got a chat. The only way to develop a mental capital is failing again and again. There's no shortcut. 100%. Like this. You cannot grow without failing, right? And you gotta stay on track and study a lot. Basically, trading should be straight up boring. that's true sometimes. Like, and then you have those. No, you're right. You're right. Trading should be a little bit boring. I think you should love the process of like growing and development, like he was saying, but the trading itself should be boring. Yeah.
If it's an environment where a news item, a catalyst came out and the thing could really move because new players are getting involved and we can see that in the volume, then at most I would take off a piece of the position because I want to let the next piece run. And we can let the next piece run in the form of options, which helps our risk reward, because at that point we rang the cash register, and now the most we could lose is our options premium, right? Not bad, not bad. So now we've created a win-win, because as it goes further in our direction, you've got the convexity of the option position, so it's moving point for point with the stock. Boom, you've done well. If it reverses against you, you lose the premium, but you took profits on the first piece. Win-win.
I was going to say that way you're able to not only have the learning P&L in case the position goes against you, but now you're also able to have the capital kind of recollect, or the recognition as well. So that way, even if it does go against you in the long run, you're still able to mentally deal with the idea that you were correct in the short term. You kind of captured your profits.
Yep.
And if it goes against you after everything's all said and done, you're now able to kind of balance both out by taking
win-win.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question, so I'm gonna listen to it again.
I was going to say that way you're able to not only have the learning P&L in case the position goes against you, but now you're also able to have the capital kind of recollect, or the recognition as well. So that way, even if it does go against you in the long run, you're still able to mentally deal with the idea that you were correct in the short term. You kind of captured your profits.
Yep.
And if it goes against you after everything's all said and done, you're now able to kind of balance both out by taking the learning P&L and the fiscal P&L. And that way it doesn't have necessarily a toll.
And I think psychologically, that consistency can work very, very, very well. Yeah. But having a strategy in your head for when you take profits, what you let run, what would get in the way of that would be perfectionism. So that if I don't have my total full size on, for the whole move, it's not good enough. Perfectionism is a habit pattern of thinking. Cognitive therapy, the ABCD that I mentioned, works very well to deal with perfectionism, but that's what we're getting away from when we take partial profits, let the rest run, because we're saying for a piece of the position, good enough is good enough. Like, I don't have to be perfect. I can be consistent and I can do very, very well. And so you're cutting yourself slack, and psychologically you're creating a win-win, right? Because I win on the small piece, and if it goes my way further, it's a further win.
Why do you think so many people have trouble not just making goals, but just completing them? I mean, even with, like, I know New Year's resolutions are hard and stuff, but I feel like so many people have issues or problems actually overcoming goals and problems in their trading, just in their trading.
Yeah, it's a great question. And we're good at setting goals, not necessarily good at reaching those. And a big part of that is because we need not only to set goals, we need very concrete plans for reaching those goals. And the plans are things that we have to do daily to build new habit patterns. So many times I look at a trader's journal and a trader says, well, my goal is to, I oversize positions, so my goal is to, not oversize things. My goal is to not overtrade. And so my response to their journal is, great, how are you going to do that? How specifically are you going to make sure you size things the right way? How specifically are you going to make sure that you are taking the right trades and not overtrade? And how are you going to measure that, and how are you going to keep score on that? So many times we don't reach the goals because we don't drill down and have very specific ways of working on those goals. Okay? So I have a goal that I want to improve the communication in my marriage. Great, that sounds wonderful. How am I going to do that? How do I improve the communication? Well, maybe by spending more quality time together. What does that mean? How would I spend quality time together? And how would we communicate in that quality time? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I drill down so that I have very concrete things to do each day to work on the goals. Every goal needs a detailed plan. Otherwise, if you have a goal without a detailed plan, what do you have? Wishes, a good intention, a good intention. That's all you got. That's all you got. And that's what a lot of traders' journals are, a bunch of good intentions. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's better than bad intentions. But that's not going to change behavior. Well, I think we're getting on in time. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank SMB and Kurt specifically for recording this and making it available. And my contact information is available on my blog site, Trader.
Yeah, this is interesting, for real, yeah. It's really, like, you can set goals, but how are you going to achieve those goals? You got to make a plan, otherwise it's just only good intentions, yeah. Great video, Loki, yeah, 100%. It's good to watch it, to rewatch it, I think, to really get a better view of and making a
what I recommend doing is watching it once again, maybe later this week. And what I would do if I were you, what I'm doing is I can't watch videos that good. I have an attention span of like a goldfish, so that's why I'm a scalper. But yeah, basically when I'm watching those videos, I also just use ChatGPT on the side. It has this voice application use, so you can put it on, and
In this video,
it's just you can speak to it, but it also listens to everything that is being said. So I'll just use that
Yeah.
to basically, just
Yeah.
let it take notes for me. And then also I'll just tell I want to do this too, that is explained in the video. And then they just say, okay, then you have to do this, and this and this and this, and he just gives me some steps to do it.
Yeah. For the people who want to rewatch it, I will put it in the Discord in the secret sauce section. I will just drop it in here, so you can find it here if you want to rewatch it, so you don't have to scroll back every single time. Hey, Mattis, you have that book as well, right? A90, I'll just call me A90. I've just received my order for Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Every trader has talked about it, even Cotton, so we will see.
Yeah, Trading in the Zone is a good one, but I'm always talking about, and what I think is a good one is Tom Hogarth. What is it called? Tom Hogarth. The it's called The Best Loser Wins.
The best loser wins. Okay.
If you want, you can borrow it from me. So I think it's.
Oh yeah. And the best loser wins. Oh yeah. You can find it on Amazon. So I will drop this as well in the secret sauce. So
I've just bought it op bol.com.
yeah, for the Dutch people, bol.com. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. We learned again. We traded. We studied. Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for watching. It was a long time since I streamed, but I don't know how often I will do it. Maybe over the weekends or in the evenings. But I'm not gonna stream probably when I'm literally trading. That's just not my strongest point. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. And what day is it? It's not weekend yet, right? No. Okay, so
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. See you guys.